Hey guys, what is happening? The Capitalist here with Prodota2 and we are getting into this game. Sorry, it's going to be NEXT.kz versus SGC. And holy shit, that music is loud. Sorry. I accidentally opened up our own stream to see what was happening and it blew up in my face. Anyway, I'm all shook up.
Radiant team ban.
Versus NEXT.kz, and motherfucker, I started disconnecting again. That's gonna bug me. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but oh yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, and I completely forgot.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway,
okay. Starting this off. Sorry, I was looking for Painted Gold, but apparently he's still sleeping or something. Bans! SGC banning out Broodmother, Lycan, and Furion, while NEXT.kz is banning out Leshrac, Darkseer, and Tidehunter, and first picking Brewmaster. So SGC leaving Brewmaster out into the pool, knowing Next is going to pick it up. The question is, what are they going to get from this? They're going to get an Invoker. That's awesome. And then they have a couple other picks that they can grab. I don't think there's anything really, quote-unquote, first pick like there is with Brewmaster and Invoker. So they trade. That's a little trade-off there. Interesting that they're willing to do that. I'm wondering how they're going to shut Brewmaster down, because he is a very hard hero to shut down. He gets in the game nice and early. He does a lot of damage once he gets that blink. Once he gets, his Aghanims and Django's, it's just a mess. He just does so much in team fights. It's amazing. We're gonna have, and Chen is going to be picked up. I'm presuming it's going to be Chen Invoker, but it's not. Invoker's still left open in the pool. Chen Beastmaster is picked up by SGC instead. Next, quickly countering with their own Enchantress pickup. They don't want to see that banned by any means. When they're going up against Chen, it's always nice having your own little creep jungler. And Lone Druid being picked up in the first three. More often than not, we see him in sort of that 4-5 situation if he doesn't get banned out in the second set of bans. But not wanting that to happen, they pick up Lone Druid. Enigma now. So we're going to see Suicide Lane Enigma with the Chen jungling. Or you could see, actually, they might have Suicide Lane Beastmaster. I know, it's all up to them. I'll hope to see it with the rest of their picks. Whether or not it's important for Beastmaster to get farm and be able to solo mid. Or can they hold off on that and have Enigma dominate a lane using Eidolons? Just have to see Morphling being banned out. Trying to ban out some of those harder carries that are going to be able to counter Lone Druid. Invoker banned out in the second set of bans. I mean, when does that happen? Never. That never happens. What the hell? Yeah, this is pretty crazy all around. Do we actually have any viewers yet? Since I know we kind of went with this. What, 83 viewers, guys! I love you. Holy shit! I mean, I know what happened is we put it up on Reddit and it kind of got delayed, and sort of stuff happened. We actually, guys, since I was sort of casting like there wasn't anybody listening. Like, I was sort of thinking, we'll probably get 5 or 10 viewers, and it's going to trickle in once people notice we're online. But, damn, 83 already. Nice. I love you guys. We actually just casted, Azio, you're going to have to help me out. We actually just casted the... Fuck, I'm losing it. NTW versus... somebody. NTW versus somebody. Anyway, we just casted that game. We're going to put it up on YouTube. Unfortunately, we didn't have a streamer. He had to go to the doctor. But we did cast that. We're going to throw that up on YouTube. interesting little game, I guess is the word I would use. You know, a little short one. If you have the time, just check it out. Shadow Demon and Earthshaker being banned out. SGC taking away Shadow Demon. Obviously, very good support, and they could potentially have picked him up by themselves, but instead, Next is going to pick up Venomancer for their support. Nice little pickup. And hello to all you guys. And sorry, one second. Anyway, sorry about that.
10 seconds remaining.
Windrunner at your
come on, guys. I
service.
already see stuff going on in the chat.
Dire team
Windrunner being picked up by SGC. So, wow. They have 3 solos plus a jungler already. Potential solos. Now, they don't have to do this. They can do a couple things. They can do some really weird dual jungle, offensive jungle strat, which I don't think they will since there's an Enchantress on the team. But I do love seeing that. It's just hilarious. Basically, you have 5 solos.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
yeah, I'm trying to think what they're going to do here. They're going to throw some sort of support with, I mean, Earthshaker's already banned out, so they can't throw some sort of support with the Windrunner. Sorry.
Reserve time.
Roommates making noise, etc. Anyway, so they could throw some sort of like Sand King, something with a Windrunner. They could do that whole thing, or they can throw a support on top of Beastmaster. All 3 of these guys, though, don't really need supports in their lanes. Typically, you don't see them. They're usually, all 3 of them can suicide lane, and all 3 of them can middle and safe lane easily by themselves. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to pick up here. You know, some sort of support for whoever goes bottom with the Chen in jungle. But let's talk about Next's team. They've got a hell of a pushing lineup, but it's not like straight out the gate sort of push. First of all, you've got Brewmaster, who I like to call him. I mean, he does everything. He can fill almost every single role in the book.
5 seconds remaining.
But I like to think of him, best thing he does is initiate and Shadow Fiend. Wow. Are we going to see them splitting jungle here and then 3 solos? Or are they going to have, like, I don't even know. SGC pulling out some really weird landings. I mean, their team looks good.
Prepare
It's a
for
great team by
battle.
all means. It's just the landing phase is kind of funky. And it looks like maybe, I don't know. I don't even know. They're 5-manning, and oh, are they gonna Roche? Do they have smokes? They have smokes. They have smokes. They're going to Roche. And it doesn't matter if your laning phase. It doesn't matter if you have sort of weird ass lanes. If you get Roche on really really early, you get that early experience advantage, and it's just the laning phase goes beautifully no matter what. You have Bear trying to scout out things. I'm surprised they didn't smoke up earlier. It's kind of dangerous for them not to be smoking. Wait, why aren't they smoking? Why aren't they smoking? Bear's going to scout him out here. Oh, man. I really thought they were going to go for it.
30
I'm a little bit
seconds to
disappointed.
battle.
I thought they were going to be split tanking the damage, using regen, and going for something really cool. But they're not. They disappointed me. Instead, they're going to have 2 smokes, one on Windrunner and one on Chen now. I don't know if they just kind of decided against it, or because that extra smoke, it's sort of required on the Radiant. You have to smoke up if you're going to try and level 1 Roche. And I don't know if they grouped up for it. They just never popped it. I have no idea. Maybe they changed their minds. Anyway, so Windrunner is going to be a support on top of Shadow Fiend. She's not ideal by any means as a support hero, but she works. It's pretty much one of those situations where you want Windrunner and you can't fit her into a solo lane. We're going to see Suicide Lane Beastmaster going up against Lone Druid. That's going to be a little hard for him. Up until he gets, Boar, he's going to get harassed by the Bear pretty heavily. Enchantress and Chen having jungling wars right off the bat, auto-attacking each other down. And all around them, these just really interesting. Equal. He pops a potion. He's gonna go down anyway. First blood. I am just being thrown for a loop left and right. I don't know if it was the game before this that was kind of weird and funky and fast. Maybe the laning phase just throwing me off. All around. Anyway, at top, already with the Orb of Venom, headshot is going to take so much damage. He's going to be forced out lane quite a bit by the bear. So basically we're seeing Lone Druid, 1v1 on Beastmaster at top, Death Prophet in middle versus Enigma. And then we're going to see Tri-Lane v Tri-Lane, Enchantress, Brewmaster, and Benno versus Chen, Windrunner, and Shadowfiend. And normally I would give the advantage in this lane to the Dire. Just because Brewmaster does so much damage, you've got double slows on top of an Enchantress who can also provide a slow. Enchantress getting caught out though and giving away that first blood, I think that kind of destroys that viability of their Tri-Lane. Because now Enchantress is running scared. Chen is a level above her, which in 1v1 support battles is huge. He has an extra ability, basically. And he has extra damage, extra health. We're going to see, they're going to try and land a slow here. Already, Tulix is a nice little block. Stallcat trying to hit. There goes the clap, and the question is, Ack, he needs to be able to block. Nice job. Huge body blocks. We're going to see a potion being popped out now. And 570 is going to be tanking up a lot of creep damage here, and Ack can just keep going. And I'm getting calls. Decline those. Anyway, going back to this, I think their Tri-Lane is kind of destroyed now, all because Enchantress getting first blooded can't really stand up against the Chen as well now. I mean, yeah, they can exchange creeps, blah, blah, blah. So, like, once again in trouble. Nice little job eating through the trees and trying to get away, but Stallcat is going to die. He is tanky enough, and he has the slow. They pick up that kill. Double damage now on Death Prophet. She's going to be helping out in middle. That's going to help out quite a bit. Enigma doing what he can to try and deny creeps and then CS well with that. But at the same time, you're talking about a Death Prophet who now has a bottle with double damage. He's just going to be able to spam and potentially pick up some, whatever he lacks in denies coming up on the Enigma, whatever CS he lacks because of that, he might be able to pick up from Enigma and Eidolon. So he's going to have to be really careful with that. And it's not my mic. That would be Skype, unfortunately. I don't know, we're having some technical difficulties. 570 might get cut out here. One more hit, he's gonna go down, but they're gonna turn around and this Spellcat is gonna try and pick up Lasik, and he is gonna go down just barely, but they're gonna try and trade kills here. Oh, the orb finishes him off. The orb from Chen on the Satyr Hellcaller finishes him off. Ack is so low. He might be able to, he's gonna try and hit another orb. Oh, nice try. So close. Stealing the Chen creep and trying to use the orb just like he did, but unfortunately out of range. And I don't know, are we going to switch over to TeamSpeak? Is it still bad?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright. We'll try and do this real fast while we are... And my fair just opened the door. I don't know how that's possible, but are we going to the GR?
I left my hoof prints in your backside.
Alright, I am in the staff room, and take it weird is just gonna end the call.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright. Well, alright. We'll just go back to this game. Holy will join us eventually. So, 3 to 4. Shadowfiend went down. Missed that, son of a bitch. Technical difficulties. Making me angry. By the way, is the voice quality better now? Oh, really? Drag holy. You've seen your stuff. How is that possible? Alright. Is that better now? Alright, good. Awesome. Sorry about that. Skype is Skype. It's a great program, but sometimes it's a little iffy in quality.
Don't. Skype is not picking up your audio.
What?
1 minute. Okay, talk now. Test.
Hello? Hi?
It's picking up here. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Good now? It's good? Alright.
Wait, my mic.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Not much we can do. We missed out on a Shadow Fiend kill. Unfortunately, its pause should happen earlier. Then we wouldn't have missed out on any of the game. Anyway. Alright. Let's go over this. Gold graph, 1,000 gold in the lead for the Dire. Already 5 minutes in. And it's all about this tri-lane right now. A lot of action back and forth. But they switched up the lanes now. Enigma, knowing that Beastmaster just couldn't do a whole lot against Lone Druid, they threw Enigma on top. And I think that's what they should have done right off the bat. Beastmaster versus Death Prophet, not ideal by any means. He's going to take harassment every single time she throws a nuke to CS. But at least he'll be able to pick up CS early, and he'll be able to throw axes when he can, and hopefully be able to provide some sort of rune control. Chen locking down that haste at top for Beastmaster, which is huge. Just regen all of the damage he was taking. At bottom, they're getting a little aggressive, kind of trying to dive the tower a little bit. We're going to see phase boots already on Brewmaster. 570 has nothing. But that's okay, because he's a sword hero. Yeah, I wish Shadow Fiend was waiting for our stream. But no, just the phone. Lone Druid might go down here. They're going to see trying to jump in. Oh, black hole! Oh, no! Kranich completely missing it out. Headshot is going to come in with his ultimate, though. And he's going to be able to clean that up. And so they pick up that kill. Oh, man. Well, that's a black hole down. But, you know, the only silver lining is you don't usually get good black holes early on. So at least it's on cooldown. It's not very important right now. Anyway, at bottom we're going to see Windrunner solo versus that. They're changing up their lanes quite a bit. Of course, Beastmaster, once he hits level 6, it's very important that he roams. Tulix is down middle versus the Death Prophet. He's just going to try and push back these waves as much as possible whenever Lucky tries and pushes the tower. So he's going to be able to pick up some CS from that. Like this. Nice little micro mount from Qual using the skeleton creep being spawned by the Troll Warlord to sit on the rune. Anyway, they're going to try and start pushing in top now with Enchantress. Now that Lone Druid is level 7, he has that maxed out level bear. Look at that tower, just taking so much damage from the bear, and he can jump in. Oh, first shot entangle, and Headshot is in a little bit of trouble here. He's not even trying to throw out any nukes, he's just trying to get away here. And Mantis, he just needs a couple more shots, but it's too far away. They're going to take the tower instead. Dire picks that one up. So a little bit more gold shared for the team. Venomancer is going to come into middle, trying to do what he can. He's trying to catch out somebody. Chen, he's going to run into Chen now. And Tulix is going to come in and just wipe him out. 1 or 2 nukes, and there he goes. So nice little pick off. Really unfortunate for 570 that he was there. And now, Kranich is bottom versus the Brewmaster. These lanes are just switching up like crazy. Of course, Enchantress and Lone Druid pushing out that top tier 1 tower. Very expected. It's just really the Radiant. And they're switching, but it's paying off for them. They're 1 kill ahead, but they're still a little bit down in gold. Normally, I would expect them to be a little bit more down in the gold advantage, just because swapping lanes so much really hurts your farm. It's why a lot of teams, it's why guessing what the lanes are going to be is so important. Because what happens is if you are able to guess the opponent's lane and get some sort of really good laning counter and just be able to, have your tri-lane versus solo or vice versa. Enigma at bottom, he's going to go down, getting caught out. 570 combined with Stallcat slow is way too much. Chen not in range of being able to stop him or anything. And Lucky trying to push in the middle tower as much as possible, but not much he can really do. and double tornadoes coming in middle. That's hilarious.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Anyway, top's being pushed in by a Headshot, trying to do what he can, but of course it's only chip damage. Otherwise, Lone Druid has just pretty much been free farming. He has the phase boots on himself. He has the Orb of Venom on the bear. No boots on the bear quite yet. Stallcat taking a little bit of damage at bottom. but they're not able to catch that one out. Go over CS right now. 42-9 for the Lone Druid. And Stallcat's 38-2 and 44-11 for Lucky on that Death Prop. And he's pushing in middle tower, and he gets the deny. Great job by Tolix picking that one up. That was so important. Denying that huge amount of gold the Death Prophet would have been able to grab. That just means, you know, that's going to delay that Bloodstone. Presumably that's what he's going to get. Popular item on Death Prophet. Just the added tankiness plus the regen. Actually, we're going to see a blink in coming in from Stallcat. He's going to go in. Enigma is getting targeted, but he has a Chen teleport, and he is going to get away just fine. Cyclone, nice little Cyclone on Windrunner. Going to purge that one off, and now jump on Ak. And he has a Windrun up in 3 seconds, but he's going to go down regardless. But still, very well done by the Chen teleporting away the Enigma, and so they only get 1 death off of that. Stallcat using a full ultimate and revealing that he has a Blink Dagger. At 11 minutes in, only picking up the Windrunner. Not terrible, but ideally would have gone better. You're going to see heals up, and they're going to try and push in bottom here. We're going to see Death Prophet in 15 seconds, going to have her ultimate. And it might be that the Radiant might choose to just use this time to farm. They might not defend this. They're not really in position for it, and Death Prophet, once she gets in position and has her ultimate, unfortunately she's down on mana. There it goes. And they're going to just counter push. And I think this is a smart idea. I don't think they can really, with Brewmaster having the blink, I think the best idea is for them to get more farm. Tolix be able to get the, you know, the BKB and be able to do things. Stallcat coming in. His blink is on cooldown from the tornado, and they pick up the tower. 570 getting targeted by headshot. They're gonna pop him. Chen teleporting away. Nice job. And Stallcat's trying to pick up something here. Anything. He gets the flank now finally, but Tolix turning around with a big ultimate. He's gonna be able to pop Stallcat. One more hit. Nice power shot coming in. Windrunner helping out with that. Lone Druid picks up the Enigma kill at top. So at least they have that, but all around, that was just really unfortunate. Great play by Chen throwing down the tornado, stopping the Brewmaster from being able to Blink Dagger in. That was huge. On top of that, they were able to pick up the tower. There was no deny. That was another thing. Very well done. SGC recently picked up their sponsors. Really has something to prove here. Of course, now Next is a very well-known team. One of the top teams in the game right now. And see, I would say they belong in the top 10. And it looks like Mantis is going to go straight for that Radiance build. He already has 2,700 on the back of Lone Druid. And so he's going to go for that fast Sacred Relic into Radiance. And I like it, but I'm just not sure if I would rather see the sort of tanky version of Bear. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, he might get caught out here. Kranich is trying to hit to be able to stun, but he's going to get away with phase boots. Nice job. Ak trying to do what he can. And here comes, oh, big silence hitting all 3 heroes, and Lucky's just going to clean up kills. Cleaning them up left and right. Double kill for him. 1 kill for Lone Druid, and they're going to be able to push in top. Unfortunately, Tier 1 tower already down. So they might not be able to push the Tier 2. They might try for it anyway, get a little bit of chip damage. Shadow Fiend trying to counter the gold they just gave away with farming away bottom. He really just cannot do anything. The laning phase didn't really go the best for him. Move it around and such. But he's trying to make it back. And if any hero can, Shadow Fiend is obviously going to be a hero who just farm, super farm right away. He's already pushing into Tier 2, trying to do some tip damage. We're going to see teleports in. Windrunner's going to be first. Oh, Stallcat. Oh, teleports away by Tolix. And they don't pick up anything there. Unfortunately, no mana on Stallcat. Unfortunate. Headshot is trying to clean up the jungle. And they just all really need farm right now. Everyone SGC has to get farm. At least they took middle and bottom towers. So that's really helpful. But right now, there's definitely a very serious gold advantage for the Dire. 2,500 right now. And they're all on the right heroes. Brewmaster has his phase blink. Lone Druid is working his way towards Radiance. Once he has that, he already has the Sacred Relic being picked up on the bear. And once he has that Radiance, they're going to have a serious teamfight advantage up until the Radiant team gets their items. And BKB is going to be a big one for Shadow Fiend. Where Kranich is going to have to decide here. Does he want to go for sort of a teamfight build, mech, or BKB? Or does he want to go for that blink? There's 1,000 gold right now on top of treads. Normally, if you're going to see treads and not that fast blink, it usually means you're going to go for like mech or BKB, one of the two. But as it stands right now, they don't really have any stuns. I'm just now realizing this. The only Brewmaster stun from his ultimate, and other than that, a silence on Death Prophet. So there's some big potentials for some really good black holes. He doesn't necessarily have to hit 4 or 5 heroes. He can hit 2 or 3, and as long as, you know, maybe he catches Brewmaster and Death Prophet, maybe they're too far away, something like that, he can very easily get a full black hole duration off on his team. Very interesting that they chose Venomancer. I mean, maybe it was just because I was so distracted, but they chose Venomancer over something, say, like a Vengeful Spirit, which is helpful in lane. Is going to do maybe a little less than a Venomancer would,
Dire's top tower is under
but
attack.
at the same time, he's going to have that swap for Enigma. Even if he picks out that BKB, it doesn't matter. He's going to have swap. But we'll have to see if they pay for that. Not having stuns against Enigma. It's going to be a lot of this game's going to ride on Kranich just being able to hit a big ultimate. We're going to see mech on Chen, so he's not going to be seeing that on Enigma. Enigma did pick something up, and it's Ghost Scepter. So not going for Blink, not going for BKB. BKB would only null a couple of spells. So I'm not surprised he didn't go that. But at the same time, Ghost Scepter, very interesting. I mean, obviously it's going to be great against the Lone Druid. It's going to be pretty good against the Panda. And obviously Death Prophet Ghosts, dodging a lot of damage there. So I guess the thought process is, in these team fights, he's going to be trying to hit black holes. They're going to be Ghost up no matter what. Unless he catches Death Prophet somehow before she throws her Ghosts, or they're on cooldown for some reason, they're going to be Ghosts flying around anyway. Even if he hits a really good black hole. Bottom, Stallcat trying to catch up here. Push stick being picked up on headshot though, and that's going to be really important. And being able to initiate those sort of team fights, because they don't have any blinks. Because Kranich chose not to go to blink, he had to go something. So he went for the push stick. He's going to be able to initiate with his ultimate. His very long range ultimate on top of push stick. Very helpful. So hopefully they're going to be able to pick off heroes with that. Actually, you see black hole in middle. Lucky is going to get caught out by that. It's going to be a solo black hole, but they pop him anyway with the long range axes and everything else. 570 is also going to go down here trying to save his Death Prophet. One more hit. That's all they need. He might be able to get out of here. Power shot cleans that one up. Great job. And Lasik is going to go down to the Pandas. And they might be able to pick up another kill. Headshot is getting just mobbed down by that bear. Oh my goodness. 2 for 2 trade so far. The Panda, Storm Panda, if he can hit a Cyclone, but he's going to go down before he can get there. Windrunner's just way too fast with face boots. And she actually goes for a Medallion of Courage. The rest of her team is already picking up all the support items. I mean, Chen already has a mech. And I'm presuming Brewmaster is going to go for that pipe. They have to have someone go. Tolix is in trouble. Oh my goodness, missing out on that with the haste. He was trying to pick up Equal. There he goes. He grabs that. The entangles did not last. And Equal does eventually go down to Tolix. Nice job. Finally picking that one up. So all around, they really, I mean, pipe isn't necessary. I mean, you're going to be dodging Brewmaster and his clap, which has a very large AoE. And all the Venomancer damage that's coming out from that. Other than that, there's not too much more. I mean, there's little things like Crypt Swarm and Panda's ultimate that does some magic damage here and there. So I guess it's not necessary. They don't have to go for that pipe. It's just sort of expected. But maybe they feel that there's some bigger items, and by all means, I mean, with this little amount of magic damage on the enemy team, on Next, it might not. Hawk spies out Roshan for just half a second before Swarm kills the Hawk, and they're going to be able to pick it up. No one is in line for SGC in order to counter that. So on Lone Druid, they have an Aegis now. So as long as he has the bear off cooldown, that's going to be double bears every single team fight. Even if they pop the Lone Druid, he's going to come right back and resummon his bear, the Aegis. And he is picking up some serious farm, and they are really pushing right now. They have the Lone Druid. They have that sort of advantage. The biggest thing they have to worry about is the mid game. Once it starts hitting that 25-35 minute mark, that's when SGC can really start trying to turn the game around. And so for right now, all they have to do is farm. All Next has to do is get more farm than SGC and sort of keep the lead that they have. At bottom, Price headshot. He's completely caught out. Tried to push stick. Tried to save himself, but all of Next grouped up, getting a nice little pick, and they're going to be able to push off of that. Because they got that pick, and because they have the Aegis, they're going to be able to push, and I like what SGC's doing. They know they can't force a fight. They still don't have BKB until like he grabbing it right now off the farm he just picked up. But they know they can't force this fight at all. Where he teleports in. Lucky, he's going to try and stop with Crit Storm. He knows he doesn't have to be there at bottom in order to take that tower. He's just going to be at middle and try and throw down some Crit Storm waves in order to kill the creeps and stop some of that chip damage. Very smart play. Tulix teleporting away. We might see Chen or Enigma getting caught out. Nice teleport on Kranich. He's going to try and stop Lucky from catching out this Chen. And Chen popping the illusion is going to be able to get away. So nice job. What other items do we have picked up? Still just around a 3,000 gold lead. 3,500 for the Dire. Nothing major. Let's see what other items picked up. Enigma picking up now a Staff of Wizardry. Another push stick, it looks like. Which is really interesting. That's going to be able to help him. Not as good as a Blink, obviously, but at the same time, it's very combat orientated. He's going to be able to use it in the middle of team fights, even if he is taking damage. So they're not necessarily going for that instant initiation, which they have already proven they're not going for. Not going for that instant blink. Besides the fact that Panda is just too much to deal with his ultimate on Enigma, it's just dumb. Backdoor protection is up on the tower, so they're saving themselves a lot of hurt. It's really unfortunate that is up. Lucky is going to lose his ultimate very shortly here. And they're not going to be able to take this tower, I think. I think they're going to have to back up here. Unless they want to sacrifice an Aegis, they're going to go for it. And they do take the tower, and SGC lets them. They do not try and fight. Even though they have BKB up on Shadow Fiend, they don't feel ready yet. I mean, Beastmaster on top of the Shadow Fiend, those two auras combined, you know, nice little bit of damage. On top of that, they have Enigma Black Hole, always awesome. But I really don't see them winning the late game, obviously. I mean, with Death Prophet, Brewmaster, and Lone Druid, it's just way too much. And they're going to have to force a fight here sometime. Tier 2 tower might go down here. They pick off the Aegis. They're going to see a potential teamfight. Skullcat coming in with his ultimate, but BKB is popped on the Shadow Fiend. He pops his ultimate, but doesn't really hit anything. Equal takes a little bit of damage. Instantly healed up, though. Nice little Cyclone on the Enigma. Enigma is just trapped here. He's going to get mopped down. No, nice little push stick coming out. He's going to try and save himself. Another Cyclone goes off, and he's going to go down here. Tulix got picked up, and so does Kranich. So they only lose 2 there. But still, at the same time, this is the time. I mean, I would give it probably like 5 more minutes, but in like 5 minutes, that's where they should really reach the height of their power. And from there, I would say it all goes downhill. But the early game just didn't go as well for them. And they're so far behind, they can't really capitalize on their sort of mid-game offensive abilities. And now the tier 3 does go down at top, and we're going to see melee racks fall as well. Tulix and Kranich are not going to be up in time, and they just have to sacrifice it. And so the team with the late game advantage already taking a Rax. They're going to wisely back off of the melee racks. They picked up the melee racks, they're going to leave the ranged one. No need to try and force something. The risk-reward factor a little too high. No, it's not that big of a deal not picking up a range racks. Whatever. Melee is the important one. And now we're going to see Assault Cuirass being picked up on Lone Druid. And he has transferred himself from a Spirit Bear orientated build into that level 16 Druid form bear. Sorry, not Druid, bear form bear. Basically where he's tanky enough, he can take the Radiance instead and get into the middle of these team fights. I mean, with Panda initiating and causing all the havoc that he does with his ultimate, he's going to be just fine. And with all that tankiness between Brewmaster and Lone Druid, Lucky's going to be having a hell of a time on that Death Prophet. Now that he has an Invis as well, pop that ultimate, pop the Invis, you're good to go. Just run around with Ghosts floating through the air, not being able to get targeted. That is awesome. This is the best one, guys, but we will have a Kranich. Oh, barely missing out on that stun on Brewmaster. They wouldn't have killed him anyway because he would have had his ultimate up very shortly, but still, it would have been nice to be able to blow that ultimate. And now they're going to try and push. They know they do not have the late game advantage, and this is their time to force these team fights. Stallcat, what happened there? He threw a clap. Was his get hit by something that canceled his blink dagger? Must have been something like that. And he's going to now try and jump in. He's going to phase boots away and try and blink on somebody. Kranich is just... Can he hit the teleport? There it goes. Nice job. Basic might trade his life. He will trade his life for that. All they need is one entangle. Nice little shackle shot. That might be enough. Oh no. Entangle. If you just gotten out of range of Lone Druid. Stallcat jumping in on the Beastmaster now, and they're paying for this so much. They have such good chase. Picking up those kills left, right. So 2 heroes go down now. And they're gonna push in middle.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And even without the Death Prophet, it doesn't matter. There you take melee rack. You see Kranich coming in with a big black hole hitting 2 heroes. But unfortunately, Tolix is going to come in with his ultimate and not really do a whole lot. GG, well played, being called out. That was just sort of the last huzzah. Trying to magically hit everybody with a black hole and maybe kill everyone with a Shadow Fiend combo. But does not work out. GGs are being called out. So, NEXT.kz very evenly handling this game. I don't know what's up with me today. Like, my casting is just not up to par. Anyway, we got another game after this. We got, let me check the...
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
MTW versus Devil Knights? Is that what you said? Okay, so we're not doing... I thought there was another one, which is Kieta versus Empire. Oh, that's not for a little bit. Wow. Alright, cool. We're gonna get an extra game that I did not expect. Cool. So we're gonna have that going on right after this. As soon as the throne does fall.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm really happy to see that we had so many viewers like right off the bat. It kind of surprised me since we didn't really announce it. It's not really. I mean, it's the Prodota League, and that's awesome and everything. 200 viewers already. You guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you. All 200 of you. Anyway, guys, we are going to take a short break and try and get into this next game. Is it up already, Azu? Do you know?